The Horten H.IX, RLM designation Ho 229 was a German prototype fighter/bomber initially designed by Reimar and Walter Horten to be built by Gothaer Waggonfabrik late in World War II. It was the first flying wing to be powered by jet engines. The design was a response to Hermann Göring's call for light bomber designs capable of meeting the 3x1000 requirement, namely, to carry 1,000 kilograms, 2,200 pounds, of bombs a distance of 1,000 kilometers, 620 miles, with a speed of 1,000 kilometers per hour, 620 miles per hour. Only jets could provide the speed, but these were extremely fuel-hungry, so considerable effort had to be made to meet the range requirement. Based on a flying wing, the Ho 229 lacked all extraneous control surfaces to lower drag. It was the only design to come even close to the requirements, and received Göring's approval. Its ceiling was 15,000 meters, 49,000 feet. In the early 1930s, the Horten brothers had become interested in the flying wing design as a method of improving the performance of gliders. The German government was funding glider clubs at the time because production of military and even motorized aircraft was forbidden by the Treaty of Versailles after World War I. The flying wing layout removed the need for a tail and associated control surfaces and theoretically offered the lowest possible weight, using wings that were relatively short and sturdy, and without the added drag of the fuselage. The result was the Horten H4. In 1943, Reichsmarshal Göring issued a request for design proposals to produce a bomber that was capable of carrying a 1,000 kilograms, 2,200 pounds, load over 1,000 kilometers, 620 miles, at 1,000 kilometers per hour, 620 miles per hour, the so-called 3x1000 project. Conventional German bombers could reach Allied command centers in Great Britain, but were suffering devastating losses from Allied fighters. At the time, there was no way to meet these goals. The new Junkers Jumo 004B turbojets could provide the required speed, but had excessive fuel consumption. The Hortens concluded that the low-drag flying wing design could meet all of the goals. By reducing the drag, cruise power could be lowered to the point where the range requirement could be met. They put forward their private project, the H.IX, as the basis for the bomber. The Government Air Ministry, Reichsluftfahrtministerium, approved the Horten proposal, but ordered the addition of two 30mm cannons, as they felt the aircraft would also be useful as a fighter due to its estimated top speed being significantly higher than that of any Allied aircraft. The H.IX was of mixed construction, with the center pod made from welded steel tubing and wing spars built from wood. The wings were made from two thin, plywood panels glued together with a charcoal and sawdust mixture. The wing had a single main spar, penetrated by the jet engine inlets, and a secondary spar used for attaching the elevons. It was designed with a 7 grams load factor and a 1.8 times safety rating, therefore, the aircraft had a 12.6 grams ultimate load rating. The wing's chord/thickness ratio ranged from 15% at the root to 8% at the wingtips. The aircraft utilized retractable tricycle landing gear, with the nose gear on the first two prototypes sourced from He 177's tailwheel system, with the third prototype using an He 177A main gear wheelrim and tire on its custom-designed nose gear strutwork and wheel fork. A drogue parachute slowed the aircraft upon landing. The pilot sat on a primitive ejection seat. A special pressure suit was developed by Draeger. The aircraft was originally designed for the BMW 003 jet engine, but that engine was not quite ready, and the Junkers Jumo 004 engine was substituted. Control was achieved with elevons and spoilers. The control system included both long-span, inboard, and short-span, outboard, spoilers, with the smaller outboard spoilers activated first. This system gave a smoother and more graceful control of yaw than would a single spoiler system. Given the difficulties in design and development, Russell Lee, the chair of the Aeronautics Department at the National Air and Space Museum, suggests an important purpose of the project for the Horten brothers was to prevent them and their workers from being assigned to more dangerous roles by the German military.